Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I stand in the heart of Lutyens, Delhi. All the fight and maramari and controversy and everything that goes on in Indian politics is about getting power to rule this place. And to rule this place, there is only one way you can get that power. That is through elections. And you know what? Whatever be the state of India's politics or polity, India's most globally respected brand, if I may say so, is the Election Commission of India. And we know Election Commission of India through the tenures of many illustrious chief election commissioners and others, now election commissioners as well. But there are some people who work quietly behind the scenes, without whom CEC, Central Election Commission, would never have acquired the stature it has done. And my guest today, one of those people, Mr. Surinder Kumar Mendiratta, the unsung hero of Election Commission of India, sir.
I don't know whether I deserve that one, but
78 years old and no chief election commissioner would let you go. आप तो 20 साल पहले retire हो गए.
I don't know. But so long as I'm able to serve the commission, no problem.
So you are now, you retired in 97, but
yeah, correct.
You've been engaged to continue working as legal advisor.
Yes.
In the same chair,
same room, same table.
So sir, tell us what is the reason why so many CECs have told me from the past that Election Commission can't function without.
No, that of course is their greatness. वो तो कहते हैं ना जरा नवाजिया. Otherwise, I'm a very small fry. Only thing is that whatever I feel correct, I just tell them that this is to my mind the right approach. So it's up to them ultimately to agree or not. But at least I honestly tell them whatever I feel. I won't say that I am afraid of calling a spade a spade. So whatever I feel, this is as per law, and this will be in the interest of democracy and in the interest of the commission. I frankly express my views.
Sir, under your watch, Election Commission almost never loses a case.
That of course is there because that the credit goes to the Election Commission for taking right decisions. So if you take the right decision, naturally the courts will also support you.
But you are the man who tells them whether it is legally sustainable or not.
No, that of course is there. What we feel is correct. We are duty bound to tell that this is the right approach. So
sir, tell us.
That way I am very lucky that they have been
yeah. So sir, tell us about a couple of such tricky cases where your expertise was called for and you gave the advice.
No, in that case, I can't single out any particular case, but wherever we feel that this is a tricky problem and some legal solution is needed. So, as per the law, I give my views.
So, sir, Election Commission required a really high stature under Mr. Seshan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Tell us some stories about Seshan times. What was it like to work with him, and how did this big change come about?
Actually, Mr. Seshan, after coming to the election, I don't know before before coming to the office, I don't know, but after coming to the office, he exerted his authority and told the people that there is an institution by the name of Election Commission. Previously, some people used to tell or ask us, आप 5 साल क्या करते हैं? People used to ask us, आप 5 साल क्या करते हैं?
Yeah.
Because many people had not even heard that there is an institution by the name of Election Commission. But thereafter, of course, the way he started functioning, and the greatest contribution, I think, to my mind is the enforcement of the Model Code of Conduct.
Model Code of Conduct.
Before that, it was only a piece of paper. We used to circulate on the eve of every election to political parties, to the states, that you should go by the provisions. But
nobody took it seriously.
Nobody.
And then he did one thing one afternoon. Tell us that story.
There are so many things. But one afternoon, of course, he said this should be done.
Right.
And then, in one case, of course, I told him, sir, don't do this. This is not the right thing. And of course, first he felt that it's an affront to his authority.
This was a by-election in Hyderabad.
Yeah. He perhaps thought that it's an affront to his authority. I am telling that he should not do that. But later on, after taking the legal advice from our senior most legal counsel, Attorney General of India, then Attorney General.
Who was his friend, I think.
Yeah, he was his friend. Yeah, he was his friend, and then I also became quite close to him. So I took those papers to him, and he says, no, I will not defend this matter if it goes to the court. So that was, yeah, of course. And then later on, when some people go and he says, if you want to get the right advice, you go to him.
Go to Mendiratta.
He used to tell
sir,
me.
आप तो इतने बड़े expert बन गए legal कि you've written these big tomes. I see this How India Votes.
That's
Mendiratta, and then this is Halsbury's Laws of India on elections.
Yeah.
So you are now a legal authority.
No, of course, whatever little I could gather knowledge about the election laws.
Right.
In
You wrote this with V.S. Ramadevi.
Yes, V.S. Ramadevi, yes.
Also in Election
yeah,
Commission.
yes.
Right.
So we wrote this book, but with great respect, I owe all this to my wife.
Right.
She was the inspiration behind this.
Behind the book.
Yeah. She coaxed me that I must write something so that when we go away from the world, something is there.
This is a definitive work. Now I notice that election commissions or election authorities around the world consult this.
Yes. These many of the people who come to India for some international meetings, etc. So they take this. They take a copy of this book with them.
Right. So, sir, Mr. Seshan, the big turning point came when he countermanded those 5 elections.
Yeah, correct.
Including two in Bihar or 3 in Bihar?
2 Bihar.
Patna, Purnia.
Yeah. And 3 in UP.
3 in UP.
Yeah.
Etawah,
Meerut and Bulandshahr. Yeah.
So 3 in sort of 2 in Jatland,
Yeah.
1 in Yadavland, and 2 in Badlands of Bihar.
Yeah.
And one of those was Mr. Gujral.
Yeah.
in Patna.
Sure.
So, sir, what क्या हुआ? Tell us
No,
that story.
actually, we were receiving lot of complaints. When the poll took place, we were receiving lot of complaints, and even in Meerut, actually, even there was a curfew in some of the areas on the day of poll itself. So we had to do something, and Mr. Seshan wanted to send a message that if you behave in this manner, and if you don't correct yourself, then we are not going to tolerate. So Mr. Seshan told us that you immediately identify at least 5 constituencies within 1 hour, so that a message goes. The next round of polling was in about 2 or 3 days. So he said, I want to send a message before
The next round
that if you behave in this manner, we are not going to be just silent spectators. So within 1 hour we could identify these 5 constituencies, and immediately it was flashed on the AIR, and
So you were able to issue those orders, do all the file work within an hour?
Yeah, within an hour, everything we could do that.
Right.
So we could do that.
But I believe we just said announce kar do, then we'll keep on doing
Yeah,
the
that
paper.
of course was there.
Right.
So sometimes, of course, because in the election commission, the work has to be done so fast
Right.
that if you just go on writing notes and then taking all, the problem in the field will aggravate so much that you can't wait. So sometimes we just take a decision immediately, we communicate 2-line decision,
Right.
and then
11 o'clock he told you.
Yeah,
at
and
12
12 o'clock.
12 you announced it on the radio
Yes,
that 5
yeah.
parliament
5 parliament,
constituencies
yes.
were countermanded.
Yeah, 12 o'clock.
And Indian elections have never been the same before.
Yeah, before that, no.
सबको अब उसके बाद भगवान का डर हो गया.
Yeah.
उसके बाद.
In that case, I'll tell you one thing. In 1980, there was a by-election in Garhwal. And there, of course, lot of problems arose there. But we went there, we made inquiries, and then we submitted a very long report, and then Then only we took a decision. Here, just on the basis of the complaints, analysis, and decision was taken.
इसीलिए उसके बाद
Yeah.
उनका नाम भी
And in all those 5 cases, those decisions are upheld.
upheld.
Yes.
And that's how we acquired the name
Yeah,
Seshan.
correct. Yeah. You may say that. You may say.
Did he enjoy it being called Seshan?
Of course, he never told us, but perhaps he inwardly enjoyed that. That's my feeling. Yes.
So
Because that sent a message to the people that he's capable of doing anything. And I tell you, the impression also was there, कि do anything but Seshan से पंगा मत लो.
पंगा मत लो, हाँ, ये तो पड़ जाएगा पीछे. So sir, the other landmark change you brought about, and again there were legal tussles on that, was electronic voting machines.
Yes.
And today it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Americans are counting their votes for 2 weeks
Yeah,
after
correct.
elections.
Yeah.
Right? But we are done in 3 hours.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
No recounts,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
controversy. So how did that happen?
Yeah, see, there also.
Idea कहाँ से आया?
No, there also I feel I have been lucky. In 1977, we were just getting some inputs that now the electronic, this industry and technology is so advanced, why don't you take advantage of that? Then once our Mr. Shagdhar was
Right.
the CC at that time, he went to Hyderabad, and there this Electronics Corporation of India's
Right, ECIL, yeah.
head office is there. So some people approached him, should we help you, and we are, if you want, we can devise some mechanism for this. Then he said okay. They produced some prototype, and then they brought and showed to us. When this thing came to the knowledge of another undertaking, that's Bharat Electronics in Bangalore, they said we have also the capacity, so we can also produce something. So they also came out. Then that idea clicked, and we told them, yes, we want to use this. Well, that's very simple. I tell you the advantages. The first advantage is that for printing of crores of ballot paper,
Right.
you require tons and tons of paper. And for that, from where you get? By
Trees.
cutting the trees. So that was the biggest contribution to this environment. And then for the printing of crores of ballot papers, you are employing an army of people, just they are checking each and every ballot paper, the serial number and other things.
Then counting.
Yeah, counting. Counting used to take, in one case I remember, in Kashmir there was a particular constituency, Srinagar. It took 7 days to count.
Right.
Because the people will say, okay, we'll not count after 5 o'clock. So things will stop, everything you have to start afresh in the morning.
And counting was a mela with so many polling agents.
Yeah,
and
polling
supervising.
agents, and then people are just waiting outside the counting hall, hundreds, thousands, sometimes even resulting in some skirmishes also.
And controversy.
Yeah, controversy.